What's up, Vibe Tribe? It's me, Celia Marie 1243. Not me, your fairy tarot sister. I swear, I need to have my wand prepared. Like, you would think I would have it prepared before this. In my defense, it's been a minute since I've made a YouTube video. You may or may not know that. If you're part of the first fairies gang, let me know. You're one of the first people to watch the video when I release it. Let me see the fairy emoji in the comments. Like this video. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you are, child, what's the thing called? You are, you hit the notification bell. That's what I'm, okay, listen to me, okay? Go away from YouTube a little while and just forget what's happening. Okay, anyway. So, today we are doing something super cool. Haven't done this on YouTube yet, but I have been feeling a really, really big pull from Spirit to do so. We are looking into your Akashic Records. We're going to be looking into your Akashic Records, your past lives, the story of your soul. I've also been really called to make videos about that kind of thing. So definitely make sure that you're keeping up with my TikTok and here on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed and everything, because I am going to be dropping those videos soon. I want to make sure that I'm like getting everything that you guys need to know, that it's organized in a way that you guys will kind of understand, because it can be a little bit of a hefty topic. But yes, so I'm working on that. But in the meantime, we have an Akashic Records read for you. So it's a pick a pile. I'm going to be mostly channeling. I actually started filming this already, and then I tried to pull tarot, and it just didn't feel right. And I was like, okay, I sat for a second. I was like, Spirit, what's going on? And they were like, is this how you usually do an Akashic Record read? And I was like, oh, you're right. No. So for those of you guys who have had a past life reading with me, an Akashic Records read, you will know that I mostly channel when I do my Akashic Records readings. Sometimes I will pull a card here and there, and I definitely have my cards ready, but I'm mostly going to be channeling messages, which is pretty cool. It's going to be cool. Don't worry. It's still going to resonate. It's still going to feel like a personal reading. I mean, as personal as it can be for all, everybody watching. But it's just going to be pieces of whatever, has happened in your past lives. I don't know if a particular life is going to come out. Not me already seeing things. Okay, so, yeah, we will, we'll get into it. We'll start with our pile selection. We got our little turtles today. First pile is going to be the opalite pile with this cute little turtle. So cute. Second one is rhodonite. Number 2. Not me seeing people. I see people who are going to pick these certain piles. That's interesting. I'm going to check with y'all. Okay. Tiger's eye. Tiger's eye. Okay. So we will start with pile number 1. Let's see what is the deal. I'm actually just going to rub on this. And this is Turritella agate, one of my crystals that I got specifically when I started working. I started reading you guys past life. If you guys want a past life reading or any other kind of reading from your girl, link is in bio to my website where you can book. Okay. Okay. So immediately I am seeing... So for one, I saw a horse. Ooh. I'm also seeing like a tornado. This feels like a farm life. This feels very much like a farm life, or very isolated. Very isolated type of living. So in this life, yeah, I do feel like for majority of you, it's going to be that you lived on a farm in this past life. Keep in mind, you might have several past lives, but this is whatever Spirit feels is most pertinent to your journey right now. Okay, so what do we need to know about that? It's interesting. This has happened before, and if you are somebody who got a reading from me, because I remember somebody's past life reading was kind of similar to this, so if that's you, comment. But I'm getting almost kind of a Wizard of Oz type of thing. I'm seeing Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz. So this could have been in Kansas or just a rural area. I'm definitely getting, this is general. A lot of people are seeing this, and it's going to be a rural area, but for some of you, Kansas may resonate. Yeah, because now Spirit is showing me a bunch of different places, like in the mountains. I just heard Swiss Alps, like all kinds of stuff. So interesting. So an isolated place. So this could either mean either lately or, just in general, you probably like being by yourself. You like being by yourself. You need to kind of be away from people sometimes. Or if that is not the case necessarily right now, it could be that in this lifetime. That's interesting. So I just saw Spirit flipping through a book, right? And it's almost like, I feel like you were isolated in several of your lifetimes. So that could manifest a couple different ways. That could be that either you really, really need to be around a lot of people and then like have your chance to recharge in this lifetime, or it could be that you just don't want to be around people at all. So like very isolated life. But I see like the character that I'm seeing, and this is definitely representative of your energy, they keep going like this on their hands or on their face. Let me check in. What is that about? Worried. Okay, so I see you being worried about something. Okay, so for a lot of you guys, this is going to be worry about, it's almost like it's like you like the isolation, but you're trapped. It feels like you're trapped, or you're scared that you might not ever get out in a way. It's like this weird kind of thing where you love being alone, but at the same time, like you're worried that you might end up alone. So for some of you guys, you could be kind of thinking about like relationship stuff, or it could be you feel like you've pushed people away. What I'm also seeing, frogs are also resonating. Frogs might mean something to you. Frogs, as a spirit animal, is about transitions, right? Because they have the different stages of their life. So it could be that you are transitioning out of a stage of your life where you feel isolated, or you might be transitioning into one right now. And I actually just saw a spirit guide pat somebody on the head. So if you're feeling that way, like, don't fight it, is what I'm feeling. Okay, make sure that you're not fighting that. I also just saw a candle. So this really feels like Spirit is telling you to follow those signs. Listen to your intuition. They're trying to show you the way, but it feels like you're very, very stubborn, and you might be very reluctant to make whatever move this is that you need to make. Okay, so what I'm getting is, it might be that in this past life that we are tuning into, that you were very, very, that you were just used to being kind of confined, like, to yourself. And it might not have been your choice. It might have been, like, the choice of your family and things like that. But it's almost like as you got older, you were afraid to venture out on your own. Okay, so this might be a lot of you guys who are kind of like leaving home for the first time, or needing to get out of a situation, and like there's just a lot of anxiety because I'm seeing that face again, like, oh my gosh, like I have to leave, like this has been my safety bubble, but I have to go somewhere else. Okay, I have to go somewhere else. I have to do something else. Yeah. I just saw somebody doing this, so it feels like you are looking for something. So this could be looking for a job, looking for a new place to live, and I do feel like that fits in both of these lifetimes, right? If you guys have had a past life session with me, you'll know that I do go back and forth between this life and the past life, because I truly believe, and it's kind of my intention when I do the reading and I'm tapping into Spirit, that whatever information shows up in the past life is going to be whatever is most relevant to your life right now, whatever information you need to uncover. Okay, so let's see. What else, Spirit, do we need to see from this past life that will help in this life? Okay, I'm also seeing a turtle. which is more of a metaphor than like actually seeing it in the past life. So the turtle is probably about taking your time, moving slow, getting your head together. This also feels like you getting grounded, right? Spirit is saying make sure that you remain grounded at this time, because that's interesting. I just saw I saw a tornado again. Okay, so you guys might be going through a really, really rough time right now. You might be going through something. I feel like whatever place this is that you lived in your past life, there was definitely this like threat of like bad weather, whether that be like extreme snow or hard rain. And you guys might either be really scared of some of those things, like you might be scared of like thunderstorms or tornadoes. And if you live in a place where like you have never gotten a hurricane, never gotten a tornado, or like it doesn't happen and you're just scared of them for some reason, it's because it's from your past life. And I feel somebody just got chills after I said that. If you just got chills after I said that as a confirmation, put it in the comments. I wanna see. It's always interesting when that happens. And I feel like some of you guys are also like in denial. Spirit is showing me like, no, I'm not scared of it. Like, am I really scared of it? Like, no, not really. Like, oh, okay. Everything that needs to come out is gonna come out. Whatever. I don't know. Spirit need to call somebody out. Okay. Okay, I do feel, I just saw 4-leaf clover, which is beautiful. I feel like there is going to be a change of luck, or... Okay, thank you. So I am also seeing a lot of things are coming in at once. Beautiful, and I just saw some dominoes as well. I have to write all this stuff down because when I'm channeling, if you guys have watched me channel on TikTok, or if you've watched me channel, you know, in a live reading with you, like, it all just comes, and, like, a lot of times I don't know what it means until I kind of sit with it, so, or I'll forget, because I'm just in channel mode. But I saw a 4-leaf clover. This 4-leaf clover is telling me that your luck is about to change, okay? And you might be able to feel that or see that coming from a distance, right? Because that tornado that I saw is off in a distance, right? And what Spirit also showed me was a tornado being very similar to a tower moment. So you might have been pulling the Tower card for yourself. There might be something that is getting pulled from underneath, pulled from underneath your feet is what I'm hearing. Okay, so life as you know it might be kind of switched around, but Spirit is saying go with it. Go with it. And I also saw those dominoes. It's like one little thing that happens might kind of turn into a bigger situation than you realize, but it's all for the best. It's leading you to the right path. And I always say you're never on the wrong path, but this is kind of realigning you to where you want to be for sure. Whatever that end goal could be for you right now. Spirit. Okay. I just heard the word milkmaid. So for some of you guys, you might have been, you know, a farmer. You might have been a milkmaid. Somebody who works with animals a lot. So you could either really, I feel like most of you guys are going to really like animals. And if you don't like them, you're going to notice that maybe they kind of like follow you around. You know, dogs, like, even if you don't like them, whether you do or not, like, they always kind of just like come to you, and it feels like, you know, they just like you. It's because you probably worked with a lot of animals in this past life. You might really like cows, because Spirit just brought my attention to the word milkmaid again. Also, the message I'm getting from the milkmaid thing is like, you're a very, very hard worker. Very, very hard worker, and it feels like you might overwork sometimes. I see somebody swiping the sweat from their head, so I feel like you were a very, very hard worker. And Spirit is saying it's okay to rest sometimes, right? It feels like that might have been your childhood. That was your childhood for sure in this past life that I'm channeling, where it was just, you worked nonstop. And I feel like I'm picturing you as like a child. So this might be that in your childhood, in this lifetime, this current life, that you know, just worked your butt off as a kid. And, you know, that's all you kind of really know. And it might be hard for you to learn how to take a break and stuff like that, but Spirit's saying it's okay to take a break. Still accomplish your goals, because I just saw like a check mark. Still make sure that your goals are getting accomplished, but it's okay to take a break. And it's okay to follow your own path. I also see, this is very, very similar to a reading that I've given somebody before, which is interesting. Not all of it, but some of it. So if that person's watching, please comment. I honestly don't remember you. I know it was a woman, but that's all I remember, really. But anyways, I see you leaving. I see you leaving this isolation, and it's like you are kissing your family goodbye. I feel like there is something with your father, because they keep bringing up your father, so you might have a shaky relationship with your father. You had a shaky relationship with your father in this lifetime, and for a majority of you, that was the same father in this farm life that you is the same father that you have in this life. I feel like he might have been really, really strict, possibly a little bit abusive, just really stern, and definitely was trying to come from the best, but just didn't know how to express it. And I feel like you got to a point in this life where you just couldn't take it anymore, and you were like, I gotta go find my own life. I gotta do my own path. And you might be leaving for somewhere that has a lot more people, right? I'm seeing like a city that you're headed towards. LA is coming up for some people, so some of you guys might be thinking about moving to like a big city or something, but it's just like your dreams are bigger than the place that you're in right now. And that is true of, that past life that I'm channeling and this life. Okay. All right. So I'm going to pull some cards. Actually, I'm just going to pull an oracle card to finish us up. Let me know if you like this. Give it a thumbs up. Put in the comments, please, if you liked it. It's different from what I usually do, and it was kind of long, but hopefully you stayed till the end and you were resonating a lot with that, and this will be kind of like, your advice or what you're needing in this moment. Spirit, can we give them a little bit of medicine? Whatever they need to hear right now. What is the message? And I'm getting pains in my heart. You guys might also need to work with your heart chakra, please, because it's, ouch, it hurts. Okay. Makes so much sense. Okay, we have number 38. You might be seeing 3s, 8s. You guys are probably seeing a lot of angel numbers, and a lot of times when we're going through massive change, that's what happens. Our spirit guides are like, get ready for it, it's coming. 8 also turns into 8, 9, 10, 11. Bye. I'm not good at math. 11, which is about manifestations. Okay. So we have, it says shedding the old. It's a lobster. It says there is change coming your way. Hello, that tornado in the distance. So I think the message here too is like, don't feel anxious about this change. Know that it's a good change. I also just saw a star. So a star might resonate for some of you. Some of you might have asked for that as a sign or something like that. But there's a change coming your way. Cultivate a sense of adventure so you'll be able to see these new prospects. So it's like, in this past life, you had to leave everything that you knew. It was not an easy thing. I see you crying on your way out. But Spirit is like, you knew that you had to do that for your growth, for your own sanity is also what I'm hearing. And it might be something really, really hard to let go of, but you're shedding. You're shedding that old, and you have to be able to embrace it as an adventure, as something that's happening for you, not to you. Okay? So go with the flow, count your blessings. Spirit is saying, be grateful for the little things that are happening, and just know that wherever you are being redirected to is absolutely your path, is exactly where you're supposed to be going. So go with it, and work on your heart chakra, because it's hurting. Okay, so I hope that resonated. Let me know, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Hi, Rhodonite Pile. This one is for you. Okay, I'm going to be channeling a lot more than using cards. If you guys would like a personal reading to kind of look into more of this on a personal level, or any other kind of personal reading, let me know. Or, book one in the link in my bio. My website is there. So before I even started, you guys, your guys' pile was coming in super strong. I feel like this past life that I'm tuning into was in the 50s, 40s, 50s. kind of time frame. I was getting also, I don't know if it comes from that time frame or not, don't at me. I just saw a radio as well, an old radio. So it's like, yeah, 40s, 50s. 40s, 50s feels like. I don't know if this song is from that era, but I was getting the song, you are 16, going on 17, baby, it's time to think. Better beware, be canny and careful. Baby, you're on the brink. Sir, I just saw some lightning. So, music might be a really important thing for you. Musical theater might kind of relate. You might be an artsy craftsy kind of person. That is so crazy, bro. Listen. This isn't even like, okay, I was going to say this isn't even part of a reading, but like it is. You guys will know if you watch me on TikTok, especially when I'm doing my lives. If you've attended a illumination workshop, you'll know that everything that happens during a reading is a message. Like if you care to notice it, excuse me, if you care to notice it, it's going to be part of the reading. Why did I see the person singing have this kind of hat on? Right? And that was giving me like that old timey kind of vibe. Like this is a card that was just like bent that I put out of my deck that I was like upset about. And like it was literally just staring at me. So I'm also getting Boston. So this might have been in that place. It doesn't have to be for all of you. It could have been an area like close to that. But yes, so I'm getting those vibes though. 40s, 50s, you know, I'm seeing people with like suspenders, like when women were still wearing like just dresses and stuff like that. Coiled hair. Music is like super, super important. Music is coming through so strongly. I think you were a musician. Interesting. So what I'm also seeing too, there's a reason. Every time that something happens, there's a reason. I just asked Spirit, why did I say musician? Because that sounds very similar to magician. I feel like you guys might have been kind of like a traveling musician. I feel like you might have been like a performer of sorts, like a street performer. Because I see you here, and this doesn't necessarily have to be you, again, you know, but you might have heard something like this already, or you might get it confirmed later on in a personal reading. But it's like, I see that you're like a traveling performer, because I see you with like a guitar, like a little guitar case, and it's open, and you're like dancing on this like cobble road, and you're like, you know, wanting people to tip you. You're dancing and singing. It feels like you are an entertainer. So you might be really just like a good, like very entertaining. You might be very talented in, you know, either theater or dance or music or something like that. Even if that's not your career in this lifetime, it's showing that, you know, you've picked up some of that. You've remembered some of that from this past life. I'm also picking up on a dog that I feel like is a very, very close companion. And what Spirit is showing me, funny, Spirit is showing me that I think for a lot of you, this dog is still in your life, either as, you know, a different kind of pet, or for some of you, I almost get that it could be a friend of yours, which is interesting. So if you have a bestie that you love to like travel with, or you want to travel with, and like just never leaves your side, and you guys are just like super close and they're super loyal to you, you maybe met at a really young age, or just like kind of instantly clicked, I feel like there's something there with that. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. What else do we need to know about this life, Spirit? Yeah, I see you tap dancing. You are just tap dancing away. You're like cha-cha-cha-cha, like, and I see you being fairly young in this life as well. I'm picturing maybe 14-ish. So this could be where either you are very like, I feel like you are very, or in this lifetime, your current lifetime, you are possibly very independent from your parents, because in this lifetime I think you kind of went out on your own a lot. Yeah, I just saw you, because I was thinking like, are you an orphan? But Spirit is saying no, you're not an orphan in this lifetime particularly, but I feel like you just had a lot of independence as a kid. I feel like you picked up a lot of different kind of jobs. So if you have a hard time kind of settling into a job, maybe you're an entrepreneur as well, Spirit is saying that's exactly who you were in this lifetime. Just always traveling, always on the go. Hustle and bustle. Like, it just really feels there's a lot of movement. You might be a very creative person, and you definitely picked up a lot of that from this lifetime. What else do we need to know? Okay, Spirit is showing me the ocean. It's interesting. I just saw you're a little boy in this life. Most of you will probably have been male in this lifetime. Very few of you would have been female in this lifetime. Most of you guys were male in this lifetime, which is normal for us to come, be different in different lifetimes. That was weird. I just saw Batman, but I'm not really sure why that resonates. I'm just going to write that on the side and see where we go with that later. Batman. Yeah, I'm not sure what that reference is. I've never gotten that before. Okay. So I'm seeing you rolling up your pants and you're running into the ocean. You're running into the ocean and you're just standing there like this. So some of you guys might really like the water but not know how to swim. Or like just be kind of scared of it. Like you love the water but at the same time you're scared. Or like you're not really fully wanting to go into something. This also feels like a metaphor as well, where it could be that you are possibly really, you love something but you're scared to kind of fully submerge yourself because again, all of your clothes are on and you just rolled up your little pant legs and like you're just kind of stepping in the water and you're just like, and Spirit's like, okay, are you gonna swim or are you just gonna sit there in the water? Because so I feel like there could be kind of like untapped potential in the creative arts, so keep that in mind. Yeah, I just saw you playing the harmonica. Like you are possibly very, very talented in a lot of like music, or I just saw the piano. Like you're a very creative person, and Spirit is kind of, I feel like Spirit is not necessarily like yelling at you, but just kind of looking at you sideways because like, why aren't you kind of diving into that more? No pun intended. All pun intended, because yeah, that ocean reference. Okay. I just saw 5. Interesting. The first pile was a lot about change. You might have watched that pile as well. A lot of you guys have, multiple past lives that Spirit may want you to know about right now. Okay, what else? Interesting. This does seem a lot like the other pile. Just this part. For some reason, I'm seeing somebody chew on gum. I feel like there's a decision that you've been chewing on for a while. And I feel like for most of you, it's going to be either about a house or something, or it could be about, this creative arts thing. Maybe you're trying to decide which instrument you want to play or which direction you want to go creatively, what you want to do with it. I feel like in this past life, this life that I'm tuning into in your past, I feel like you were kind of, I don't want to say nonchalant, but like you were very much just like an adventurer. And I just saw in this past life, what you would have done is just like flipped a coin, because you knew either way you were going to be good. You were going to be set. You had everything you needed. It's definitely magician energy, fool energy as well, because I just saw you with like a knapsack. Feels like you were a nomad. You were just on the go all the time. So you might really love travel or have like an urge to travel. That could be what you're chewing on as well. Chewing gum is a new one. Make sure I write that down. So I don't write it down, child, I'm gonna forget. What else do we need to know? Oh. Okay. This is interesting. This is something that did not show up in the last pile. I am seeing a person, a very significant person in your life. In this past life that I am channeling right now, it's a little girl. She's cute. She's blonde. She has pigtails. I'm just trying to tune you guys into this life as much as possible. Some of you guys might be seeing these things yourself, experiencing that. But I feel like this is giving me love of my life kind of vibes. also really young love, because I feel like you guys met at a very young age. I do feel like whoever this person is for you, regardless of the gender, right? This person is possibly, for most of you, it's going to be somebody who, it was like a childhood sweetheart kind of deal, or somebody that you, like a first love, childhood sweetheart. But I feel like this person broke your heart. In this past life that I'm channeling, I see that you guys were just super young. Like, I'm talking young, right? And it's like, I'm seeing you as this little boy, and this little girl is coming up, and like, you guys loved each other so much, and I see you doing so much for this person, and like offering them flowers and whatever. And it's almost like there wasn't, it feels like a very much right person, wrong time kind of situation. So you guys might have either been dealing with that recently or sometime in your past, where you have that one significant person who was just like, for a lot of you, it's going to be your first love, whoever your first love was. And it's just like, I don't get necessarily that it's unrequited. Like, I don't get that it's like this person doesn't love you back. It's just like, it didn't work out. It kind of fell apart. That person possibly moved away when you guys were really young or something like that. You guys just grew apart, because I'm seeing it's like you and this person did everything together. And in this life, it's this little girl. I see you guys being so innocent and so sweet. It's actually really, really cute. You guys are like holding hands, and you gave her flowers, and like, it's so like romantic. But I see that she moved away. It's like she moved away. And for a lot of you guys, this could either be that this person, this first love that you have in this life, like moved away, or for those of you who are maybe younger, like you could be with this person now, or you might be with this person in the future if you haven't had, you know, kind of a love life yet. But it just feels like there was like distance between you guys. Something put distance where you guys just grew apart. And Spirit is saying that you were like, I'm seeing that you're really, really sad about this. But if you are currently going through this situation, just know you're going to be okay. You're going to get through it, because you're going to grow through it. And you're going to find who you need to find. Because I see you growing older into a young adult, and I see you meeting somebody else. And she is cute. It's funny because it's interesting, because she's not the same person. I can tell that it's not the same person. But it's almost like she low-key kind of looks like the first person, and that may or may not resonate, so don't take that part to heart too much. But it's like it's the same energy, not necessarily like it's the same lighthearted feeling. It's like you're experiencing that again, that childlike joy. The Sun card, think the Sun card, like childlike joy and love. And like, so if you have, you know, been dwelling on a first love, or, you know, something like that, Spirit is saying you'll find that again. That like really whimsical, beautiful, just like head over heels, I love you, nothing can separate us, innocent puppy love kind of love. And I just saw the number 33, so that might resonate for you guys as well. Just know, and it might be closer than you think, is also what I'm hearing. Okay. Whew. All right, so I'm gonna get us a oracle card to kind of finish up, see whatever Spirit wants you to know. Let me know if you guys like that reading. I know it's a lot different than the ones that I usually do, the pick-a-piles that I usually do on here, but I would love to hear, you know, your input, how it resonated. If you guys are not already subscribed, make sure you do so for more content like this. And let me know if you guys want to see more about this, past lives stuff. How did I know that was going to happen? That's so crazy, Kay. Bro, literally, this is the card that the first pile pulled. And I was getting, like, pieces of the first pile, so you might have picked both of them. And that they could feel, they are separate lives. Just know that. If you did pick both piles, those were separate lives that you lived. But this card says shedding the old. I'm going to read it and channel it possibly a little bit differently from the first one, just in case you did not watch the first pile. If you felt like watching it, go watch it. If you didn't, that's fine. I'm 38, and I feel like you may be seeing a lot of eights specifically. It says there's change coming your way. Cultivate a sense of adventure so you'll be able to see these new prospects. And I feel like for you guys, that's more, Spirit is drawing me to the yellow. I feel like that's more about you expressing your creative side. There might be you are being called to kind of just like lean into, I just heard your light. Lean into your light and express yourself very creatively, whether that's in music or acting or, music was a huge one here, so keep that in mind. Playing the piano, like I feel like that is very much possibly part of your purpose path in this lifetime, where you are meant to express yourself creatively, if not full-time, like in a big way, some way, right? Whether you're like busting tables by day and a freaking singer at night or whatever, like Spirit wants you to really, really tap into that. And as you're shedding the old, like moving on, don't be scared to like move on to new places. That was kind of a message in the last one too. A sense of adventure. So you might be kind of stuck in this life, and Spirit is saying to let go. And if you are kind of leaving behind maybe one type of instrument or something, and you're transitioning into some other thing, or changing the way that you do it, do that too. Spirit is saying that's all right as well. Okay. A lot with your sacral chakra is the chakra that you guys are possibly most focused on. So you might be really attracted to orange lately. If you want to work on your sacral chakra, keeping a lot of orange things around you, eating orange foods, natural ones, is going to be really helpful for you as well. So let me know how that resonated for you guys. I know it was different. And thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Pile 3, what's up? The first 2 piles were very interesting, so I'm super interested to get into your pile, my tiger's eye pile. I'm mostly going to be channeling. Before I even started kind of inviting things in, I heard Morocco. So this could literally be Morocco, or I'm just getting like somewhere near Morocco, or that kind of vibe, because I'm seeing a lot of like, this could also have been Egypt, India, like I know those aren't necessarily like the same thing, but that kind of vibe is what I'm getting. Okay. I also just heard street vendor, so I feel like in this life you were kind of like a street vendor. So a lot of you guys might sell something. You might have some kind of like merch or something like that. Like an entrepreneur, or those might be some dreams that you have in this life, because yeah, in this life I see that you are a street vendor. You are a male. Okay, I'm seeing that you're a male in this past life. Let's see, what else do we need to know? Okay, I'm seeing you as kind of an older person in this lifetime. Spirit's showing me an older person in this life. You do have a wife in this lifetime. You do have kids. You have 2 kids, 2 little boys. So that may or may not resonate for you now. That might be what you want or what you have. It doesn't have to be for it to resonate. But this is just, Spirit kind of telling you a little bit about your life. I just see you being genuinely, like, just kind of happy, cruising. For a lot of you guys, you are possibly cooks or work in, like, a food industry. Some of you guys might own a restaurant or want to own a restaurant, a bakery specifically, because I feel like the street vendor thing, like, you made food and baked bread. I'm seeing, like, bread type of stuff. You might be a baker, something like that. So if you have kind of a knack for baking, just know that that possibly came from this life, where that kind of, or it could be that you're terrible at baking and like you forgot everything from that life, because I just saw 5, so it could be either one for you guys. Okay. Spirit is showing me a pet. I saw a dog in the last reading too, but there could be a very important pet, and I feel like especially a dog, I saw a Dalmatian for some reason. I don't know if you have a Dalmatian. Or just pay attention to, you know, what your body's telling you, if this message, if this part is supposed to resonate for you. But it feels like whatever the spirit of that animal, whatever it was, whatever pet this is that you had, could be the spirit of a pet that you either have had, have now, or will have in this lifetime. We're this lifetime, like me and you watching this right now, right? Which is cool. Okay, what do we need to know, Spirit? What else? Okay, they're showing me your wife in this lifetime. She's beautiful, by the way. She's like super, super pretty. She's really pretty. She's giving me like Jasmine vibes. I have a feeling that some of you guys might have dreamt about this, or for some of you, this could be a spirit guide of yours. I'm getting very much like Jasmine vibes. Very, very beautiful. Yeah, her eyes especially are really, really beautiful. And keep in mind, if you are a woman, this could be still like a male partner, but I'm seeing they keep framing the eyes. Spirit, what is it about the eyes? I feel like, okay, for a lot of you guys, you will know if you meet this person, this Jasmine character in this lifetime, you will know if you have met this person again by looking into their eyes. Like, you will just know it. And it might be the next time that you look into this person's eyes in this life. And if you haven't met them before, the first time you look into their eyes, you're just going to know. Like, it's like you guys are going to instantly recognize each other. You're going to know. And some of you guys are already married to this person. You might already have kids or, you know, be with this person. And if not, that's fine too. This might be somebody that you were already with, but I just get, there's something about the eyes that's making a lot of sense. And like I said, for some of you guys, this could be a spirit guide. So if you've been dreaming about like this Jasmine-like character, it's probably a guide. They are probably a guide for you because they could show up as a man or a woman, female, male energy. Okay, I see you being busy. Busy, because they keep bringing me back to like the street market, and like things are hustle and bustle. You are probably a hustler, because I feel like you were a hustler in this life. I just heard, I'm a hustler, baby. I just want you to know. Okay, so I feel like you have brought that into this lifetime as well, where you are just go. I feel like you were possibly either really religious at one point in your life, because there's like kind of things that are kind of hinting to religion. I'm not sure if that's where they wear it in India. I'm seeing your head being wrapped. Again, you're a male. It's like this kind of like turban looking thing. So that might resonate for some of you guys. I see that you have a beard. It's a little bit, it's like dark and gristly, but then there's also like speckles of gray in it. I feel like you stress out a lot. I also see that your wife in this life is like comforting you. So, you know, if you are married and, you know, with the person with the eyes, they're possibly very, very comforting for you. Kind of always letting you know, like, everything's all right. Like a really, really big, like your biggest cheerleader. And I feel like you're just so proud to be with this person. Oh, that's cute. And she's fine. Listen. She looks like Jasmine. Very pretty. Beautiful, long dark hair. Thick eyebrows. Gorgeous eyes. Like, she's wearing bright colors. Like, she's very confident. Interesting. Okay. I just heard Casper. So that might resonate for some of you guys. More about food. Okay, Spirit's bringing me back to this food thing. I heard pickles. Okay, so some of you guys might be picky. That's coming through to me. Some of you guys might be very, very picky with your food taste in this life. Like, there's a lot of stuff that you don't like. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like you might be a really, really good cook. Maybe you don't like to cook. It just saw 4444, so fours might be resonating. I feel like a lot of you guys are possibly looking to build some kind of business, something that really makes you happy doing that. I'm gonna pull a card, actually. I haven't done this for any of the other piles, but I feel like I need to for this one, to pull a tarot card. And then we'll pull your oracle card. I feel like you really like hot weather too, because in this past life, the weather was really hot. The Hermit reversed. Page 1. 4 of Wands reversed. Okay. I also see that in this lifetime, your wife, I saw this earlier and I didn't take it, and that's probably why Spirit kind of just stopped me in my tracks, because I didn't take this. I do see that there's something with your wife in this lifetime where she either gets sick or she does pass away from some kind of like disease or maybe just old age. But I see you being so heartbroken over that. So that could, in this lifetime, manifest as like you losing this person, not necessarily by death. It could be by death. My condolences if it is. And for some of you, this might just be in the future. But it's like, one thing that Spirit wants you to, I feel like there's a little bit of a codependency thing here. And Spirit is kind of telling you, make sure that you are your own person. Like, yes, this wife is beautiful and you know, she supports you and everything, but it feels very much like she has her own life. It just feels like you have dedicated your whole life to her, and so when she leaves, like, you, it's not that you have nothing, but like you just don't know what to do with yourself. So if some of you guys are dealing with like a breakup or something like that, Spirit is very much telling you, make sure that you are learning how to be by yourself. And even if you are in a relationship, like, learn how to be by yourself so that, you know, when your partner leaves, like, not even like permanently, you know, not even like, you know, transitions into the spirit world, but like just in general, like, make sure that you are having a life for yourself and that you're not, excuse me, that you're always not so buried in work either. I feel like you're not supposed to be doing that. Yeah, I just saw this. Okay, Spirit, what other message do we need? Okay, the way that flew out. The way that flew out. Number 26, and I just heard the word content. Number 26, this is where you need to be. Makes sense. Acknowledge how you are feeling. Have faith that the universe will take care of a current concern by providing the best possible outcome for all involved. So I do feel like some of you guys could possibly be going through a breakup. Some of you guys might need more support from your partner. I just saw 47 twice. Some of you guys might need some more support from your partner, like how this wife was super, super supportive of you in this lifetime. Some of you guys are needing to speak up about that. The chakra to focus on for this pile is your throat chakra. Speaking up for yourself, possibly expressing your feelings, letting somebody know that you might need more from them, or setting boundaries is also possible here too. And kind of relaxing a little bit. I feel like Spirit is showing me that you're kind of uptight and you might be all about work and like no play, and Spirit's like, it's okay, like, you can loosen up a little bit. You don't have to be so strict, you don't have to be so stern. And I feel like also this is very specific for people who are already parents, or if you are expecting soon or that kind of thing. I just tuned into your 2 sons that you had in this lifetime, and Spirit is saying, like, make sure that you let them be kids. Like, some of you guys might have experienced that in your lifetime where you like worked a lot as a kid or whatever, so that's like automatically what you want to do to your kids. And Spirit is like, make sure you let kids be kids though too. You can't just force them to be an adult like you are right away. And if you don't have kids yet, keep that in mind in the future. Okay, so I really hope that resonated for you. I know it was kind of different than how we usually do things, but I'm really interested to hear how it all resonated for you. Let me know down in the comments. Make sure that you like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you can keep up with when I release all my videos, especially about past lives if you were interested in this. So I will catch you guys all later. Thank you so much for watching.